What's up, beautiful people? This is Pretty Girl Love Trap content. This is my recap slash review for Winning Time, Season 1, Episode 10, Promised Land. You guys, the season is over. Like, what are we gonna do? I need a moment, okay? Because this was a really good show. Great acting, great, great content. Of course, like the cinematography, the casting, like everything was superb in my book. Okay, I love the Lakers, so maybe I'm partial. I don't know, but actually, this is good content. So if I wasn't a Laker fan, I probably would still enjoy it. Okay, so let's get into the recap. All right, so it's Game 5 versus Philly. At this point, the series is tied up 2-2. Whew, talk about stress, not stress with a T, stress with a K. All right, it's a home game. All right, and lo and behold, Kareem. He injures himself making a shot, okay? And they take him back to the locker room. It's looking real black and blue up in there, okay? Like the ankle, the whole situation just looked bad, okay? And they was like, you know what? We need you out there. Like Pat was like, bruh, like figure it out. And so, some people were saying like, no, we need to get X-rays. And so his wife, I like his wife Cheryl. Cheryl don't play no games. She was like, we need a moment, okay? We need to talk, all right? And so she was like, hey, baby boo, okay, I know this your job, but at the end of the day, this is just a game. So we don't need for you to be risking your ability to walk for this game. And he was like, Cheryl, this is not like before, okay? This season is different. This is different. I want to play. I want to go out there. She was like, okay, boo. All right, let's rock it out. Let's rock it out. So Kareem, he goes back out there and starts playing. He's in pain, but he's taking it like a true G, okay? That's what championships are made of, okay? Not like some of these little whoops, these little wimps or what have you playing today, just crying out every little foul that they didn't get called, okay? I don't want to be on a tangent. Let me be quiet. So the Lakers ended up winning, and yeah, by the end of the game, your boy Kareem was in bad shape. He had to get Magic help, to get him off the court because he was limping. And Magic was like, "Oh, this serious, like, oh Lord, we can't have this, all right." And so we see Claire. She let Bus know that the revenue from the playoffs and next season ticket sales are through the roof, okay? We are doing good, good, okay? We ain't gotta be eating no ramen noodles, okay? We gonna be back on that lobster and steak. And so Bucks was like, cool, great, and she was like, well, yeah, in order to make it right with the bank, we need the signature of your treasurer. And of course, it was Mama Bus. She's no longer with us, so Claire was like, you have to appoint someone else in her position, okay? And I was like, oh, this is awkward. Okay. Another reminder that Mama Bus is no longer with us. So, of course, what Papa do? He calls Jeannie in his office and tells her, like, hey, I need you to vet your brothers. Okay. I'm going to bring both of them to the office. I need you to sniff them out to see who's the best man for the job because we have an opening and we need the family up in here. It's a family business. Let's get the family up in here working, okay? So Jeannie, she's a little annoyed because she's like, I'm here, boo. Like, but of course, Bus, he's low key a sexist, okay? A little bit, just a little bit. And I'm like, dang, Bus, your daughter right here. What you talk about bringing in other people? Like, I mean, I don't mind you bringing in your sons for something else, or I don't know. I'm just annoyed with Bus at this point, okay? And so, he was like, please vet them because when they get around me, they get all nervous and jittery. So I need you to let me know the real deal. She was like, okay, father, I'll do whatever you want. I'm like, no, girl, you need to speak up. This is your job. This is your life. You live and breathe this ish, okay? Girl, grow some kahunas, okay? So Magic, he at the house mad. Cause your boy Bird done won. He done won the Rookie of the Year award, okay? So of course he is salty, okay? He is not happy. And Bird is all up in his brain, living up in there rent free. And yeah, your boy Magic is salty, all right? Spencer. Spencer Hayward over there in his house on a crack binge, okay? He got his little flunky homeboys over there smoking all of the crack. And he watching the game and he still got hopes to get back on the team. I'm like, bro, you don't have too many chances. Like, come on now. Make it make sense. But apparently, his agent tried. He gave him a call. He was like, yeah, the Lakers don't want you back, bro. Like, it's not the right time. And of course, Spencer was like, oh, really? I did call off this little, hit, but now it's back on. Okay, let's strap up and kill these motherfuckers. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Is this a true story? Like, can we get Spencer to verify this? Because this is quite hilarious to me, okay? So we see Paul. He over there, about to get in his car because he's on the way to the airport, okay? Because we got to go on the road to Philly, all right, for game 6. And who meets him there? Oh, Jack. Jack McKinney. And he was like, Jack, what you doing here? I'm like, oh, this is awkward, okay? And Jack handed him, some of his plays because he said, hey, I prepared for this moment. And the moment we're discussing is life without Kareem, okay? I just schemed up some plays just in case something happened to Kareem. So look at this and here. And you're welcome. I was like, that's very big of you, Jack. That is very, very big of you. Because I would have been like, you better figure it out. But I mean, that's his life's work. And I'm not mad at him. It was definitely a great gesture. So I appreciate it. And Jack was like, you know what? I ain't trying to be competing with you for no jobs or nothing. So yeah, I'm low key be looking for a job somewhere else. Oh Lord, I don't know. I have like a love hate relationship with Jack because I'm like I enjoy his methods, but I'm so pro Pat Riley. So whenever like there's a op, like yeah, he gotta go. So toodles to McKinney at this point. All right. So we see your boy Magic. He pulls up at the airport, okay? And so Cheryl knocking on the window, like she, needs some change or what have you. So she was like, hey, yeah, big man, he's in the back. So he wants to talk to you. He's like, okay, cool. She's like, I'm gonna distract the paparazzi and whatnot so y'all can talk. So Kareem and Magic have this talk, and he was like, Rook, I'm out. He's like, all right, get your rest. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need you if we had a game 7. He was like, no, I'm out. I am out. Oh, you to the T, bro. Like, ain't no coming back this season. So of course, Magic, he a little stressed out. Oh boy. But Kareem was like, hey, look here. I was done with basketball, but some dude that came in with a smiley ass demeanor and he done revived my love of the game. Okay? AKA you, bruh. So you know what? You owe me a win. Okay, so I need you to bring this home for me, all right? So, Magic, he was like, okay, okay. So he get on a private jet or whatever, hyping the team up. Was like, you know what? The cap ain't here. I'ma hold the fort down, okay? So he tells McKinney, yo, put me at center. I can do it, okay? I'm good. I played center in high school. I'm the man for the job, all right? And so of course, Paul, he have on his little acting hat. He was like, I don't know. We didn't practice for that. I just don't know if that's a good idea. Then he eventually so called, came around. So when Pat was asking him about it, he showed McKinney's plans, right? And so McKinney's plans in case of Kareem being injured was to play Magic at center. So that gave him some reassurance, but I'm like, you was probably gonna use that anyway, Paul. Like, you ain't fooling nobody, bruh. Like, stop playing with me, okay? So we see, Bus, he shows up with his sons at the game. They got some pretty decent seats. They ain't in the nosebleeds like Red sent them, okay? Like, he got some decent seats with his sons, but his sons seem very immature at this point. I mean, I believe Jeannie is older than them. So they're probably like in their late teens, early 20s, I believe, because I think she's in college. So, boys, they mature mentally at a slower rate. Okay, so they're probably like 12 low key on the inside in the noggin. Okay, so I don't have much expectations. All right, so your boy Bus asked David Stern, like, yo, like, where's the commissioner? And he was like, he's stuck in traffic. So honestly, Loki, they are not expecting for the Lakers to win this game, therefore taking the championship in game six. Because the commissioner didn't even bother to show up. I was like, oh, how disrespectful. Like, don't be playing the Lakers like that, okay? Don't do it. But I mean, I kinda understand a little bit, all right. So of course we see Wes over there just stressed out. He not even on in the stands. He is like in the hallway pacing back and forth, cursing all the four-letter words. Okay, you know he just stayed on stress. So him and I believe Bill, they over there trading Pepto Bismol, taking shots or what have you, because they stressed. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Like I've been a spectator of the Lakers in the finals for a minty of seasons, okay? And I just remember just me being scratched. Like one year, I think I forgot who the Lakers was playing, honestly. But and it could have been this Western Conference. I'm not sure. But all I remember is Direct TV messing up and my cable went off like the last 2 minutes of the game. Talk about cursing inside your apartment. Your girl was pissed off. Pissed off, okay? Like, yeah, I was upset, okay? That was one of like Kobe's last years too. So yeah, I was real hurt, okay? I'm still mad. I need to call Direct TV to probably get some compensation because I'm getting PTSD just thinking of that, okay? But I don't got satellite TV no more, so I guess I'm all right. Lord. So we see everybody, they tuning in, watching the game. We see the whole Johnson family. We got friends over there. We got cameos from Earthquake, the comedian, Darnell Rollins. We got Cookie over there, looking like she was some people she don't really know because they didn't even realize that she knew Magic. Well, she lied and said she didn't know him. I'm like, girl, why you lying? You know you love that man, okay? But yeah, she over there watching the game. We see Bird watching the game. McKinney listening to the game on the radio. So yeah, everybody over there watching the game, even Kareem, okay? So the Lakers, they are, they're pretty much leading at this point. They are doing the damn thing. And so yeah, Stern is getting nervous. So he was like, hey, somebody order a flight ASAP for the commissioner and get us a stage because the Lakers may be taking this. And I was like, yes, thank you. Y'all should have been prepared. Anyway, so at this point, we're at the half and they're tied 60-60, okay? Everybody's stressed out. We in the locker room. And of course, your boy Paul has this Shakespearean speech prepared, trying to encourage the folk. I'm like, we don't speak that language, but actually, I feel like Michael, I'm calling him Michael. Magic was actually seems like he was taken to it. Like, okay, like I get what you're saying. We here. I guess they'd have heard enough Shakespeare to know what the hell Paul talking about. But Pat was like, F all that, okay? We gonna get these efforts, okay? Like I ain't got time to be speaking that language, okay? And so this guy, I guess an employee of, the Sixers or the NBA, he, came into the locker room and, Pat was like, okay, what's up? What's going on with you? He was like, well, Magic, he requested to get the count of the the rookie of the year vote. So yeah, here are the numbers. And Pat was like, get that thing out of my face. So he balled it up and put it in the trash, right? And so Magic looking over here like a little kid, like your mama like get something concerning you and you in trouble, and she like throw something away that you really wanted to see. That's how I felt. So I'm like, Magic, you ain't want to dig it out the trash, but I guess we had other things to worry about. Okay, so we in the third quarter now. And Magic, he is playing all positions at this point, okay? He is handling business and doing the work all right. And yeah, at this point, we are up by 10 by the end of the third quarter. So it's looking like we got this thing up in the bag, all right? Yeah, that ain't last long because fourth quarter, your boy Magic was tired, okay? He don't play every minute at this point, but he is exhausted, all right? And so the 76ers, they end up catching up. And Magic, he calls a timeout. He was like, I'm done. T, not technical, but timeout. T for timeout. Because yeah, I'm tired. And so we see Norm, he was like, bruh, I see you over there working, but we are here. We got you. Like, I got you. So let's do this. And I just love that because they was low key beefing in the beginning. So I love to see that teamwork and the camaraderie. I just love it. I love the actor who plays Norm Nixon. Shout out to Norm Nixon's son. Okay, Devon Nixon. Okay. But yes, I love to see that. Okay. Y'all, Pat saw your boy Magic scratched out. Okay. And he just felt like, you know what, Magic just needed a little bit more of encouragement to fight through that fatigue. Okay. So he was like, yo, 63-3. He was like, what? 63-3. That was the vote. So yeah, these people don't think kindly of you. So of course, Magic was like in his head, like, yeah, really? Okay, okay. I'm like, yeah, Pat, that was smart of you. Just keeping that in your back pocket. That was good. That was good coaching right there, Pat. So yeah, Magic is fueled up. Okay, we got a few like 2.5 minutes left in the game, y'all. Hooper goes down. And he seemed like he unconscious. He don't know where he is. Wisconsin, New York, Alabama. It take him a minute to get it together, but he got it together enough to go ahead and shoot them free throws. And yeah, Norm over there, he intercepted the ball like it's football. So he stole the ball. That turned into some shots. And I'm like, yes, like we are getting it together, okay? And so the Lakers end up winning, okay? And so I was a little confused. Correct me if I'm tripping, because they made it seem like the game was really close at this point. But when they looked at the scoreboard, it was like 123 to like 111 or 110 or something. I was just like, in 2 minutes, like, how do we? Maybe I'm tripping, y'all. Maybe I'm tripping, but it seemed like the game was a lot closer than what it was, all right? But I guess we needed the drama, okay? And so since they won, that made Magic a record breaker, okay? He ended up being the youngest champion to win the chip, okay, at 20 years old. I'm like, okay, for the record books, okay, everybody happy, elated. We got the Johnson family over there, just mama, she about to do a praise dance. Like, we are excited, all right? Everybody happy. Cookie got a smile on her face. I'm like, Cookie, you want that man, okay, even though he trifling, okay? You need to beat Ronda up for that too. Beat him and Ronda up. But Buzz, this is a bittersweet moment for him. You can tell he wants to be happy, but his mommy is not here to share it with him. So of course he hears a voice, and she was like, "I told you, you owe me a smile." So he smiles a little bit, and yeah, he tries to do his best to get over it. All right. And so Cheryl, she over there prepping Kareem at the house, like, hey, they about to call so you can accept the, finals MVP award or whatever. And so Stern, he goes to Magic. He was like, you remember we talked about that dinner a while back? Yeah, so I understand Kareem been doing his thug thizzle, but you are the one that's here actually. You put in the work for today's game. Kareem isn't here. You are. So I think for the embetterment of the lines that's gonna be on these newspapers and to cause some drama, yeah, I think you should go ahead and accept this award. And so at first Magic was a little hesitant, but he got that spirit, that fighting spirit. So he was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And Stern was like, yeah, that'll be good because maybe Kareem will want to fight for his title next year. This could have a little rivalry situation feel to it. So and so look at the NBA over there acting like they a soap opera and whatnot, trying to get some ratings. Okay, I'm not mad at that. So West, him and Bill are talking, and West still ain't 100% happy. I'm like, boy, what do you want? Okay, but we already know he got a lot of trauma going on, and he already worried about next season. But Bill was like, okay, we gonna go ahead. We gonna have you in the front office starting next season. So we're gonna be seeing West stressed out again in the front office. So Bus, he tries all his might to accept this award graciously, this trophy. But you can tell he's fighting through them tears, child. Lord, mama go, mama go. So Kareem, they was waiting for that call, never came, but he heard the announcer says that yeah, Magic about to be accepting this award. So he looking like this raggedy motherfucker done took my award. And then they also mentioned Spencer Hayward not being there. And he looking at Spencer Hayward and one of the team photos in his house in the picture frame. I'm like, Lord Spencer, child. So Kareem actually goes and sees Spencer. And Spencer, he's still on that crack bench. And he pretty much is spewing this whole thing about, he ain't never gonna be anything. And, he, just ain't worthy. And I'm just like, it's so sad because he had so much trauma going on, just being raised in that whole sharecropper situation, just coming up how he came up. He was never able to fully shake those demons. And it's just sad because here he is, famous, rich, tall, dark, handsome, got a nice family, got money in his pocket. And with all of that, he still is sad on the inside. And that what the internal part was never fixed, even though externally, seemingly, he was in a good position in life. And it just goes to show you, man, you gotta work on them insides, y'all. Work on them insides. Go to therapy, talk to somebody, do what you need to do to make sure you're truly happy, okay? Because material things can only take you but so far, okay? But yeah, I'm done with that preaching little segment, all right? And so Bus, he ends up making Claire the treasurer and MVP. So I was like, yes, Claire, yes. And she already talked about that raise. I'm like, I hear you, girl, making sure you getting that money, all right? And so it ends with Bus kind of making this little monologue. He was like, you know what? When I told you about them swans and how they be fighting and will be going down before they die, not really quite my story, but yes, I have survived. Okay, insert Donald Summers. I will survive. Okay, so yes, your boy Buzz. He said, you know what? I done spent 80 of them things. Okay, 80 million of the dollars. This whole situation. I'm like, 80 mil? Oh, that's pretty penny. But he was like, that's all right. I got a few thousand in the bank. I got a fresh line of credit, and I got the best team in the league. So I'm great. Okay. I'm good. I'm like, yes, bless. Yes, think of the positive things. Because when you said 80 million, your girl was over here, her heart broken into 1,000 pieces. Actually, 80 million pieces, my heart was broken into. That's probably not even humanly possible in terms of the molecules and the breakdown and whatnot. But y'all know what I mean, okay? But overall, the Lakers, they prevailed. Magic, he was able to get a ring his rookie season. Him and Kareem, they're in good terms. Norm Nixon's in good terms. Like the team is doing their thug thizzle. And of course, I did my research to look at the future champions and championships of the future seasons. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys if you already don't know. All right. But yes, I'm ready for season 2 already. I'm definitely on board. I'm definitely glad that I was able to share my reviews and recaps with you guys. It's been a great experience watching this show. And yes, I will see you guys next season if you only watch my reviews of Winning Time. But if not, I also review the show Atlanta. We Own the City, which is on HBO. Atlanta is actually on FX. I do some reality TV as well. And yeah, I will be having some other content coming up shortly. So please rock it with your girl. Thank you for supporting me. And you guys have a blessed one. Toodles.